Want to master Jasper reports from beginners to advanced? Hello everyone, welcome back to the full Jasper reports course. In today's video, we are going to learn how to export a Jasper reports into a PDF file using Java. Until now, we designed Jasper reports, added parameters, filters, tables, and dynamic data. But today, we are moving to one of the most important features in real-world applications, generating professional PDF reports directly from Java applications. This is a very common requirement in companies, schools, hospitals, banking systems, ERP software, and government applications. By the end of this video, you will learn how to connect Jasper reports with MySQL database, how to fill the report using Java, how to pass parameters dynamically, and how to generate and export the report as a PDF file. So let's get started. Okay friends, as you can see, we have already installed NetBeans IDE. You can use any IDE, there is no problem, but we want to use NetBeans IDE. First, let's create a new project. We want to select Java application. Next, here you can add name for the project. For example, Jasper Reports project, and we will create a main class also, then finish. So as you can see, the project created successfully, that is good. In the next step, let's add MySQL connector jar because we want to establish connection between Java application and MySQL database. As you can see, we have libraries. Right click on that, we have add jar. In our computer, we have MySQL connector jar. Select this one. If you don't have this jar, you can download this jar from the below link. There is no problem. Then click on the open button. Okay, the jar is added. As you can see, we have MySQL connector jar. There is no problem. In the next step, let's add all the jars of the Jasper reports. Right click on the libraries. Then we have add library. As you can see here, we have Jasper report. Click on this. Then we want to click on the add library. Okay, all the Jasper reports jars are added successfully. There is no problem. So now the project is ready because we added MySQL connector jar to connect Java application with MySQL database, and we added all the jars of the Jasper reports. There is no problem. Okay friends, as you can see, we added different classes and interfaces into our project. Thereafter, let's establish connection between Java application and MySQL database. We have main method here. We want to handle using try catch block. Simple try. Then we want to use catch block, and here we want to catch any SQL exception. Let's import SQL exception class also. Simple import java.sql.sql exception. Okay, let's use here. Okay, and here we want to write simple message using system.out.println. For example, database error. And here we want to use let's add name for that, for example exception, and here we want to use exception.get message. Okay friends, thereafter let's establish connection in simple steps. First we want to take variable connection link equals, we have driver manager class, then we have get connection method, and here we want to use this overloaded version that accepts URL, username, and password. Okay friends, you can pass these credentials directly also, but you want to take variables. Simple private final string URL equals, we have JDBC driver, then we have MySQL database, MySQL, database. After that, we have localhost, localhost. Then we have port number 3306. Thereafter, we have database. We have Jasper reports DB. Okay. Thereafter, let's take variable for username and password also. Simple. Private final string username equals we have root. This is the default username for MySQL database. Then we have password private final string password equals empty. Okay friends, everything is good. Thereafter, let's pass these credentials to the method which is get connection method. Then we have username. After that, we have password. Okay, we have an error. Okay, that is good. As you can see, we have an error. Non-static variable URL cannot be referenced from a static context. Then we have non-static variable username cannot be referenced from a static context. And then we have password. You can solve this problem using two ways. You can change this variable, a static variable as well, and you can use the same variable, but first you have to create an object from the class which is JasperReports project. But we want to make simple, we want to change these variables to static variables. Simple private final static. Thereafter we have username, then we have password. Okay, as you can see, now the problem is fixed. There is no problem. So the connection is established. Thereafter, let's take variable of hash map because we want to pass parameters like department name and employee name. For that, we want to take a hash map. Simple hash hash map, and here you can pass keys and values. We want to pass keys string type and value object type, object. And here we want to add name, for example parameters. You can use any name, there is no problem. Let's initialize that with new hash map. Okay friends, thereafter we want to pass values to the parameter. As you can see in JasperReports, we have parameters, we have department, and we have employee name. For that, what we want to do? We want to pass parameters. Simple. We have parameters, hash map, then we have put method. This accepts key and values. We want to copy this parameter name from here. Simple. We want to copy that, and here we want to paste that. Here you can pass values. We want to search only IT department employees. Thereafter, we have employee name. Let's correct that. We want to copy this parameter name, which is employee name. Let's paste here. And here we want to use empty because this parameter is optional. So we want to filter only IT department employees. And here, which is employee name parameter, we want to use null value. You can search employee based on the department and employee name as well, there is no problem. But whenever you want to pass null value, this can search only IT department employees. Okay friends, anyway, as you can see in the project, we don't have any Jasper reports. We want to include Jasper reports into our project. Here we have Jasper reports. We have already designed that. As you can see, we have reports. Then we have two files. We have employee list.jasper and we have employee list.jarxml. We want to use this file. Let's find location of that file. Right click on that. Then we have properties. And here we want to open the location. So as you can see, we have two files, Jasper and we have jar XML. Later, we want to explain these files in more details. Whenever you want to use Jasper reports on a server, you have to use .jasper file. And whenever you want to design Jasper reports, we have jar XML file. But we want to convert this report into PDF file. We want to use this file, which is Jasper file. Just right click on that. We want to copy this file, and here what we want to do, we want to create a new package. Simple. For example, reports, then finish, and we want to paste that file. Okay, the file is included employee list.jasper. So let's define this file path. Simple. We want to define variable string, for example, report path equals. First, we have source. As you can see, we have source package. Simple. Then we have reports package, reports. After that, we have employee list.jasper. Okay, friends, as you can see here, we use Jasper file because this Jasper file is already executed and already compiled. But whenever you want to design report, you have to use jar XML file. Later, we want to explain these files in more details. There is no problem. But for now, this is enough because this file is already executed and already compiled file. So everything is fine. That is good. Thereafter, let's fill the report with parameters, database connection, and report template. Simple. We want to use Jasper print. For example, print equals. We have Jasper report manager class. We have Jasper field manager class, and here we want to pass this report path. Then we have parameters. As you can see here, we have already parameters. There is no problem. Then we have database connection, which is link. Okay. Sorry, we have an error. Okay, let's find that. Sorry, we have Jasper field manager. We want to use the field. Sorry, we want to use the field report method. Okay. Sorry, let's correct that. Sorry. Okay, we have field report method that accepts report path, parameters, and link. And here we have an error and report exception. Jar exception must be caught or declared to be true. There is no problem. Let's correct that. We want to use here Jasper. Sorry, we have jar exception also. Let's handle that. Okay, the error is fixed. There is no problem. Remember that this is one of the most important line because this can connect Jasper reports with MySQL database, executes queries, applies filters, add parameters values, and prepares the final reports to the end user. So thereafter, let's define path to store the generated PDF file. First, we want to take variable simple string, for example, output path equals. We want to add, for example, employee report.pdf. Okay, friends, instead of that, you can use custom path as well. There is no problem. For example, you want to store the file inside the drive, C drive, and so on. But you want to store this PDF file in the current project. There is no problem. So everything is good. Thereafter, let's convert this report into PDF file. Simple. We want to take Jasper export manager class. For example, we have export report method, and here we have different methods. Export report HTML file. We have HTML file, then we have PDF file, And here we have XML file as well. Then we have stream. There is no problem. We have several methods. We want to use this method, and here we want to use this overloaded version that accepts Jasper print and destination file name. Let's select that, and here we want to pass print. Then we want to pass this output. So this line converts the Jasper report into a real PDF document, and this how enterprise systems generate downloadable reports. So finally, let's display a simple success message also. System.out.print. We want to use, for example, PDF generated successfully. Okay, and let's run the project. Right click on that, we have run file. Okay, as you can see, we got a message PDF generated successfully. Okay, let's open the location. As you can see, we have documents, then we have NetBeans project. After that, we have JasperReports project, and here we have employee report, which is PDF file. Let's open that. As you can see, the report is converted into PDF file, and all the employees related to IT department, because here we added filter. We filter data based on the IT department. You can filter this data based on the HR department also. There is no problem. Let's save the changes. Let's run the file. Okay, PDF generated successfully. That is good. Let's open that. As you can see, now we have HR department's employee. Okay. So in this video, we successfully learned how to connect Jasper reports with MySQL database, pass parameters dynamically, fill the report using Java, and export Jasper reports into PDF file. This is one of the most important concepts in Jasper reports because almost every real-world application needs PDF reporting functionality. In the next videos, we will continue with more advanced Jasper reports topics and real-world implementations. If this video helped you, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with other Java developers. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.